Okay, so I'm going to tell you how I made a music video for $0. So I did a music video recently, or made one rather, for my recent song called Yucky, which is available for streaming and you can check it out on my YouTube channel. And I didn't want to spend money on it because, frankly, I don't have a lot of spare money to throw around, but I did want to somehow make a music video on my own with the little equipment that I have. I mean, I do have some equipment, which I'll talk about. But my main goal with this video is to talk about how I made this video and really to give you the freedom to make your own music video, even if it doesn't look the most polished, because mine doesn't look the most polished. But you know what? It's a medium to get my song out there and just get people to see it and listen to it. I find that a lot of people listen to music on YouTube, and if you have a video associated with it, then a lot of times it gets people's attention more. So I wanted to do that. So for the song, I was trying to figure out like, what did I want, where did I want to film, and what did I want to film? So ideally, like if I had a big dance floor and a bunch of strobing lights and people around me, that would be great. But I only had one of those things. I had strobing lights. So behind me and throughout my apartment, I have hue lights so I can like change them, as you can see right now on my phone. And so I was like, okay, I'm probably going to film in my apartment because I don't want to rent out space because, again, that costs money. And I don't want to recruit people in my video because, one, who the hell is going to be in my music video? And two, who's going to want to be in my apartment for a music video? It just, I don't know. I probably could have invited some friends over, but I was honestly a little embarrassed to do so. Not because I'm ashamed of my music. I love my music, but a lot of my friends just don't like to be on camera. So that was sort of a no-go. So I knew that whatever I had to do, it was going to be me solo, and it was going to be in my apartment. And so really the only equipment that I had was a camera, Philips Hue smart bulbs, and that's about it. And that's really all that I needed to film this music video. So I literally just set up a camera. Luckily, I have a reasonably nice camera. It's a Panasonic G85, so it has really good image quality. It is a dated camera, though. It's almost 10 years old, but it works. I don't need a new one. And so I just propped it up, and I just put it so that it was facing like part of my room there. It wasn't facing that direction. It was facing this direction, but you get what I mean. And so I just put it there, and now I had to do it at night because I was thinking, well, what do I want this to be? And I figured, oh, it's going to be me dancing around. And so I'm like, well, I can't do that in the daylight. That doesn't really fit the house vibe that this song is, so I need to do it at night. So I waited till around 10 o'clock at night, and I shut the blinds, and so that it was really dark in here. And then I just turned my Philips Hue lights on, and what's neat, and this is why I think my video actually looks pretty cool, given the fact that there was like no budget, is I used this app called iLightShow, which looks like, well, that's sort of the icon for it there, if you can see it. And so it's a really neat app because what it does is it syncs music from Spotify and then it pulses the lights to it. And so I'm like, wow, that's a really good idea. So I thought, well, I'm going to dance around, even though I have no idea how to dance. I dance like a buffoon. And I'm going to have these lights just kind of strobing in the background to the track. And I'm like, damn, this is going to be kind of tight. So the problem is that my song wasn't released yet. So I couldn't stream it on Spotify. There was no way to do that. So I was like, well, shit, that kind of puts a damper on that. So I started looking through the app and looking at other options that were available. And there was an option to stream locally, like from the phone's just local music player. So I was like, great, let's do that. Well, when I did that, the app crashed. So I was like, fuck, I guess that's a somewhat beta feature that I can't use. And so I started thinking, and I was like, oh my God, I'm at an impasse, and there's no way I'm going to record this music video. And I had to record it that night because it was going live the following Friday. I was a little behind on making this music video. So I had the interesting idea. I was racking my brain for like 10 to 15 minutes. I'm like, how am I going to get these strobing lights to be in sync with the beat of my song? And so I finally came to the realization that, okay, my song, Yucky, is 120 beats per minute. So if I play another song that's 120 beats per minute, it'll essentially be the same thing. Now, the only kind of downside to that is the iLightShow app will kind of pulse the lights in accordance to how energetic the music is. So if I'm playing like an acoustic song at 120 beats per minute, the lights are going to be kind of like, they're not going to be as, crazy. So I had to find another house track at 120 beats per minute that had roughly the same structure as my song. And so I did that. And I forgot what song that I played. It was some old song from the 2010s, some club song, but it happened to be 120 beats per minute. So I did that, and it worked out reasonably well. And you would notice that if you look through the music video, you'll find moments where the song itself is high energy, but the lights are kind of low energy. And those are moments where the song that I was using didn't quite fit the theme or didn't quite match up with my song, and so the lights were out of sync, but that's okay. So that was like the main theme of the music videos. I had my camera set up, and like I immediately pressed play, and then I had out of camera, I had my iPad playing the song in the background. And so this was a little silly, but I literally like pressed play on my iPad, and then I immediately like got into shot with my sunglasses. And why did I choose sunglasses? I don't know. It just seemed to fit the vibe. So I just put on some sunglasses and I just started dancing around, singing the lyrics to the song. And so I kind of had to like put on a character a little bit, because I don't normally dance. I don't act the way that I do in that music video in real life. But sometimes I kind of had to like play a character a little bit. And I think a lot of artists and producers, well, maybe not producers if you're just in the background all the time, but if you're ever in the foreground and you're the artist of your own song, you probably have to play up a character a little bit, or at least I chose to, because if I were just sort of a laid back guy in this video, it didn't seem to really make sense. So I was a little bit kind of like arrogant and pompous, because that's what I felt the video called for. And so that's why I wore the sunglasses, and that's why I danced the way that I did. Because it's kind of it's kind of a weird, arrogant song. Well, not arrogant, but I don't know. It sort of just fit the vibe. And so that's what I did. And I have no idea how to dance. And as you go through the video, I dance like a buffoon, as I've said before. But here's the thing. You got to make do with what you got. You got to make do with what equipment you have. You got to make do with your abilities as just a person. And so even though I can't dance, I knew that it was a dance song, so I probably should. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to dance in every single music video that I'm going to do. I'll probably think of other creative ways to do it. But because the lyrics don't really paint much of a story, it was the only thing that I could really think of. And I tried to not let equipment bog me down either. I mean, I get it. Like, not everyone has Hue lights. I get that I'm grateful in the sense that I have the ability to afford some Hue lights in my apartment. So that really worked out. But even if you don't have Hue lights, even if you don't have a nice camera, I don't think you need that. Like, you can film a music video on your phone. Really, like, your whole goal making a music video is just putting something behind your song. And so, like, my music video could be 100 times better than what it is, but it gets the point across. And that's really what I want. It's something where I can kind of sit back, watch the video, and listen to the song. And it's just another way that I can enjoy the song. Because I know for me, yes, I use Spotify a lot. I listen to songs on Spotify. But a lot of times I'll watch the music videos for things, or I'll even watch like visualizers of different songs that people put out. And I don't know, when you have the audio of the song and the visual to accompany it, it just makes it more enjoyable. And so I don't think you need to put like, I kind of stressed out a little bit about how to make this video in the beginning, but as time went on, I was like, I just want to put something out. Like, I can refine it later and figure out like how to make it better. And maybe eventually when I do have some more spare money to throw around, maybe I can hire someone to film and make something better. But as of now, as just a solo creator, I think it works out and it fulfills the purpose. So if all you have is a phone, just set your phone up on a tripod, and maybe you can buy a strobe light for like $10 on Amazon and just set it up. And I know some of them you can actually set to a certain BPM. So you can do that and have some stuff strobing in the background, and you can either dance around or you can just, I don't know, do whatever. It's your song and it's your video. And I think in the beginning, and certainly myself, I kind of feel like I was making this video to fit into a norm, like, oh, it's a dance song, so therefore I should dance. But I need to explore other options too, because not every dance song and house song, the music video accompanying them, isn't always people dancing. It could be something else. And so that's something that I need to explore as well. And, something that you can explore as well. But hopefully this helps in some way. I'm really glad that I made it. And even though it's not perfect, it's not great, it still allows me to release my song in a way that people can listen to it in a different way. And that, to me, is a win. And so go out and make a video for your song the next time you make a song. And don't think too much about it. Just film something. Or it can be a visualizer. It doesn't matter. I think just having your music out there, not just with some static image that plays throughout the video, not that that's a bad thing, but it's not very visually engaging. So if you have something like an idiot dancing around like myself, it makes things just a little more engaging, I feel like. So anyway, I don't know if this helped at all, but that's how I made my music video with $0. I just used a camera I already had. I used some Hue bulbs, and I just waited until dark, and I just let it sync with a song that was at the same BPM, and I just danced around like a lunatic for 3.5 minutes, and then the song was done. And that was that. And I'm sure I'll make more complex music videos as time goes on, but I think for now, it's a good foray to my first music video. And I welcome all comments and criticisms and, well, okay, I don't love criticism, but if you have it, I'll take it. That's fine. And I think that's it. So, yeah, I think I'm going to sign off here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.